A world where you struggle to live against yourself. That is the reality a few suffer from. SLE is an autoimmune disease in where the immune system mistakenly attacks its own healthy cells, and this can sometimes lead to body cell damage and also organ failure. And surprisingly, no two cases are alike because we don't know where it will attack next. SLE is dangerous in particular due to not having clear indicators before the late stage symptoms start to manifest on the patient.
There are various symptoms that will be faced by the SLE patients. One of the most common symptoms is photosensitivity, which leads to a rash known as butterfly rash or mother rash. This rash typically occurs across the individual's nose and also mouth in a butterfly shape after prolonged sun exposure. Next, another symptom is hair loss, which is due to SLE, causing the dry and coarse hair breaks easily. This is also often called as Lupus hair, and this will not just affect at the scalp at the individual scalp, but also at the other areas like the eyelashes, eyebrows, and also legs. However, with the proper treatment, the individual's hair will typically regrow. Next, SLE patients also may experience Raynaud disease, which affects the blood flow to the fingers and toes. Basically, during the attack, the individual's skin would turn pale or blue purplish, and then the affected area may feel cold, numb, and also swollen. This is also often triggered by the cold or stress, and also vasospasm, which is a sudden constriction of the blood vessel. Lastly, fever is also the most common symptom that will be faced by the SLE patients. Several factors contribute to the development of the SLE, with the genetics being one of the most significant. Relatives of individuals with lupus are at a higher risk, indicating the genetic predisposition. Research shows that the genetic variation, particularly in a gene that regulates the immune system, would determine the SLE susceptibility. Also, in rare cases, mutation in a single gene directly causes the SLE to develop. However, the genetic variation would only increase the risk but do not guarantee the SLE, as not everyone with this variation would develop this condition. Next, another factor is environmental factor. Did you guys know that about 10% of the cases are triggered by the drugs, with overactive drugs are identified, such as hydrazine, procainamide, and also isoniazid. This actually can totally promote the autoimmunity by affecting the cell immune function. Additionally, the components from the cigarette smoke, such as carbon monoxide and also nicotine, can cause the oxidative stress, damage protein and DNA, and also increase the risk of developing the SLE. And that's why studies have shown that the smokers would have higher risk and also high chances to be affected with SLE than non-smokers. Lastly, sex hormone can affect the immune system and being one of the most significant factors in the SLE. SLE disease is more common in women who are 9 to 10 times more likely to develop lupus than men. It is because estrogen, in particularly, would increase the risk by enhancing the immune cell function, by enhancing the immune cell production and antibody formation, while progesterone and testosterone may have the protective effect. SLE flare-ups also are more common during puberty, pregnancy, and also postpartum periods. And that's why indicates the sex hormone would influence on the disease activity.
A grim reality many face, and a stark reminder to human mortality. No amount of precaution could be taken to prevent, and many are left to suffer their fates.
First description of lupus erythematosus was by Viet and was reported by his student Dr. Kazanov under the term erythematosus centrifugum in 1833. In 1851, Dr. Kazanov renamed erythematosus centrifugum, calling it lupus erythematosus, and gave a clear description of discoid lupus erythematosus. In 1851, Dr. Kazanov discovered red rashes on a patient's face that looked like wolf bites. He then called the rashes discoid lupus erythematosus. In 1855, Sir William Osler recognized that many people with lupus had a disease that not only involved the skin but also other organs or systems. He then called the disease systemic lupus erythematosus. In 1872, Kaposi subdivided lupus into discoid and systemic forms, and he then introduced the concept of systemic disease with potentially fatal outcomes. During the year 1980s and 1990s, awareness of autoimmune diseases began to grow, with research and clinical recognition of diseases like SLE becoming more prominent in Malaysia. Epidemiological studies during the 2000s began showing rising number of reported SLE cases in Malaysia. The Lupus Society, or Lupus Malaysia, was then founded in 2006, where they began conducting awareness campaigns, educational events, and activities to help raise awareness among Malaysians. With continued research and more advanced treatments, biological drugs like belimumab was then founded in Malaysia, where it has been proven effective in treating SLE patients, improving long-term outcomes. In Malaysia, it is estimated that more than 10,000 people has been diagnosed with SLE over the past 30 years. Over the years, Malaysia has made significant strides in recognizing, diagnosing, and treating SLE patients. As the research into autoimmune diseases continued to grow, the healthcare system has improved its ability to support those with lupus while having the awareness of the public still on the rise.
In Malaysia, the prevalence of SLE assumed at 43 per 100,000 individuals. Among the group of ethnic, Chinese have the highest prevalence at 57 of 100,000, followed by Malaysian at 33 and Indian at 40 per 100,000. SLE predominantly affected women. 19% of patients are mostly female, and most are diagnosed at their childbearing years, among 50 to 15 years old.
Do you know, SLE not only affect healthy, but also impose the significantly economic burden. On average, in years, one patient also pay over than 700 ringgit for SLE and also 2400 ringgit in social perspective.
Treatment for moderate to severe SLE patients, if lupus affects major organs such as brain, lungs, and also kidney, stronger treatments are needed, such as high dose of corticosteroid, immunosuppressants, and also biologic therapy. For high dose of corticosteroid, it is used to quickly relieve severe inflammation, such as brain involvement inflammation. For immunosuppressant, it helps to reduce the need for steroid and also prevent flare-ups. For biologic therapy, it is also help reduce the need for steroid and also reduce flare-ups. But comparing to biologic therapy and also immunosuppressants, biologic therapy targets B cell, which is the major cell for inflammation. SLE patients also need to modify their lifestyle by doing regular exercise to manage pain and fatigue. Also have a healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, and manage their stress well, as stress can trigger the lupus flare. Also, SLE patients also have to always wear sun protection as lupus can cause photosensitivity, so it is important to protect your skin from the sun. And the most important thing is to avoid smoking, as smoking can worsen the symptom and can increase the risk of inflammation.
Although there is no specific cure for this disease, but we still need to take precautions to reduce the risk that can be acquired. First and foremost, we need to reduce the exposure to sun. For example, when we are doing outdoor activities, we should wear long sleeve shirts, wear sunglasses and wear sunscreen. Other than that, eating a well-balanced diet. We should maintain a well-balanced diet that are made from fruits and vegetables. We may also eat a moderate amount of lean proteins such as beans, fish and chicken. Coffee also helps as it has been shown to reduce the risk of this disease and even lower the cytosine level. Last but not least, we should managing our stress. We should establish healthy habits such as make a routine that can help our stress be lower, such as, for example, we can having a meal with someone that we love, practice yoga or meditation, and also try to get a quality sleep each night.
SLE may bring suffering to the lives it touches. However, with every breakthrough in medicine, every step towards understanding, every act of awareness, we push forward. You can do your part today and help the Malaysian SLE organization by donating to the SLE charity fund. You can click the link on the screen or the one down in the description below. Or you could learn more about SLE by watching another video.